Well, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to Wednesday, the 25th of February. It's supposed to be sunny, just foggy out here now. It's 31 degrees. Everything was frozen this morning. Poor Raylyn going down the steps, heading to school this morning, fell. And whenever she gets hurt, she won't tell you. But she cried, and she was crying out there. I didn't even hear any of it happen. I must have been in there getting ready or something. It breaks my heart. It's just really weird for her to fall. She's got like freakish, I don't know how she doesn't crash and burn. The thing, I mean, like even on our walks, how many times she's almost fell. Somehow or another she catches herself. She's like a dadgum cat. She always ends up on her feet. Well, this morning she didn't. But hope she's all okay. I guess she was fine by the time the bus came and picked her up. Here's Shishi out there roaming around in the tundra. But anyway, welcome to Wednesday, I'm sorry, hump day. And we'll see y'all at the motorcycle factory. How about that? Y'all come on along. Made it to a scorching 40 degrees here in Vancouver. It was pretty much foggy all the way. Boy, up to about Castle Rock, maybe Longview, Kelso. It was some thick fog.
It was very, very thick.
But, Mama?
It's a hot one.
We made it to hump day.
We did.
How about that?
Nice.
All right. So, anyway, have a wonderful day.
You too.
And I'll see you as the day goes on.
Alrighty, hop.
All right. Love you. See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
All right. Let's try to get this bad boy wrapped up today. Oh, that was an elbow. That was almost a funny bone. Missed it by that much. Oh, that's getting some blue haze coming from the window here. I'll stand on the other side at the moment. But something I keep forgetting. I've known this since this weekend, and the gentleman that built put the Goldwing engine in his Spyder RT, the 24 Goldwing 1800 and his 24 Spyder RT Limited. He started his own YouTube channel, and last I seen, he had a couple of videos up on it discussing all that, and he's gonna build another one, and he's gonna video all that. I don't know the details he's gonna go into, but he's gonna video building the next one. It's called Frankie Spiderwing is a YouTube channel name, and I'll put a link in the description below. So make sure you go check that out. He let me know that he started a channel, and I said cool. So I said, well, I'll gladly share it. That'll be cool. I'll be interested to see that too. I'll be watching right along with you. Putting that big old Goldwing engine in that Spyder. That's pretty wild. But anyway, thought I'd throw that out there. I thought about that this morning. I was taking my shower. I go, good Lord, I didn't mention. I promised I'd mention his channel, that he'd started a YouTube channel on it. So go down there below, or you can just type in Frankie Spiderwing and go check him out. Really super cool guy. He's quite interesting talking. That boy's got some technical knowledge. Very, very cool to listen to how he got all the electronics and stuff to work on that thing. It's pretty amazing. Anyway, bust into this thing, see if we can't get her all wrapped up today. That shouldn't be a problem. I was skimming through comments right quick. I've literally only answered one in this will be the second day. Sorry about that. Just getting ready for the trip, and my mind's absorbed with all that stuff. But the other day when I was talking about windshields, I was talking about, Rain-X versus, like one of the spray polish things, or even a good wax. A nice gentleman by the name of Glenn kindly pointed out, you can't just use any Rain-X on your windshield, face shield, or any, a boat shield, or any kind of shield that you're, wanting that repelled water to happen, you have to use Rain-X. It came out in 2014, 2015, somewhere around there. Or at least that's when I noticed it. I go, well, I'll be doggone. I personally have never used Rain-X on a motorcycle shield or anything like that. Anything plastic, I've only used it on cars. I just know, and I'm always, washing or cleaning my shield off, and always use a spray cleaner polish, whether it's Honda, I think it's Original Spirits, but anyway. And they actually took over Honda's original one. Honda decided there was something in there they didn't like, so they changed the formula. And for like a couple, 3 years, the Honda stuff was not good. I mean, it worked good, but if you went over anything chrome, how water looks when there's like oil on the road, you get that little purple and blue and orange kind of, you can tell there's some kind of slippery chemical on the road. It would do that if you went over like a gas cap or anything chrome, like clean your mirrors, and it was a nightmare to get it back off. But that's a long time ago. It's all been corrected. But anyway, I always use those on my shield. The thought never even occurred to me to use actual Rain-X on the shield, because the stuff I use works so good. And I usually don't make it a point to make any kind of extensive rides in the rain unless you get stuck while you're on a trip. And again, the polished stuff works perfectly fine. I'm a huge fan of the BMW stuff, but I think I have a can or two at home, and I've got this the last can here at work. Spray cleaner polish. And once that's gone, you have to go pay retail at a BMW dealer. And those are getting scarcer by the minute. So anyway, thanks Glenn for pointing that out. I told him, I should be clear. Don't just go buy regular old Rain-X from Walmart's or whatever like I do for the, the cars. It's not good for, in fact, it says right on the bottle, do not use on plastics. So important, whenever you get anything or before you purchase it, read through the instructions. I always do. I've been bit by too many things, probably because I deal with so many things that you never know when something's gonna slip up, especially Rain-X. I've never thought of actually putting it on plastic, previously, and just still don't think of it, because I just, like I say, I've been using the Honda stuff. I mean, good Lord, it's well in the early 80s, long time. Anyway, a little tech tip for the day. And again, thanks Glenn for the comment. I literally didn't even think about that. I was thinking about how it works on my car, and I would never use a polish cleaner on my glass windshield on a car, so I didn't. Yeah, I should be careful about stuff like that. I basically don't advise using any kind of stuff like that. Just get a good spray polish. I was basically talking about the BMW and the Honda stuff. But good tip, Glenn. Thanks. Doesn't look like it's been that long since it's rained here in Vancouver. You can see a lot of wetness everywhere, but it was completely dry, and other than the fog getting stuff wet at home. But they've completely redone the service reception area and the parts counter where Kelly was. I haven't shown you yet because they're still working on stuff, but the service side kind of reminds me of the way it was when we first took over this half of both buildings, and there were seven service writer desks up there, and we could have 5 or more people lined up each with 7 of us. That's how crazy it was back in the mid 2000s. And now we got 3, and they got to be arranged in a way that people can't see the screen. There's all this privacy things and all that stuff, but I'll show you. Well, it's not done, but it's getting close. These used to face forward. There was 3 on this side, 3 on this side, and Kelly was right here. There was a wall right here. It wasn't open before. And those are literally the same desk. The diamond plating got added a little later. I think it was there when it was still a form like that. But now the whole parts area is the Honda display, which is really tight. They're gonna have to organize that thing. But way cool. Now Kelly's way over here. That's her on the corner there. So here's the tray. Got all the evap stuff installed. The ACS hose is connected to the top of the, that's what I'm telling you, you literally can't get to that thing without pulling that ACS out. One, it's zip tied to the cage that holds, I said ACS, the evap stuff. That's all the evap stuff. That's the ACS pump and stuff. But yeah, that's zip tied, and it'd be tough to get to this thing because the way the tray, there's things that are zip tied in the corner in here, and there's a metal brace that goes across that, and there's a whole bunch of stuff you gotta. Luckily, there's not a bunch of evap problems with these things anymore, so yeah. Next is to insert the tray and zip tie a bunch of stuff and bolt down, crinch, whatever you need to do. Get this thing back being a mo-pickle again. She's starting to look more like a Canyon Red Rock. So now, well, I got all the side panels and stuff to put back on because of doing the subframe. Ignore all this. It's just sitting here. I don't want the negative hooked up until all sensors and everything are plugged back in. I don't want to set off a whole bunch of codes. So I will not turn the key on until I'm ready. But yeah, all this is in, wired. The whole tail piece, the under fender, all that stuff is all in. Got the right hand saddlebag assembly stuff on there. Now I got to rebuild the left hand side. And I think what I'll probably do before I start the crash part of it is just start getting the foot peg brackets and stuff on. That's more manual labor stuff. Just get all that on and out of the way, and move on with because when I do the left side, it gets the new bracket. That's a shiny new one sitting over there. This is the one that's got broken. Bang. And this is a mix of broken pieces with reusable pieces. But get in here and get this done. Get the ACS ride height sensor and all that put back on, and yeah, that'll keep me busy for a bit. But loving the way all that's coming together, actually flawlessly. It was just, clicking away, getting her done, just piece by piece by piece. Could probably stick his battery on the charger too. I'll grab my Optimate and hook that thing up. It's been oh yeah, and I tighten the positive, and then the feed to the, which would be a hot feed to the battery or a starter when you hit the boot end. Everything's all, shockingly smooth. There's just a lot of moving pieces. All the ACS stuff is all hooked up. There's your manual thing should you have an issue. And very nice. There we are. So let me start with this. I thought I'd just take a quick break and give you an update. This is, the tender lead, and wherever the end of it's at is a heated gear. Both the negatives go over here. Oh, there's the heated gear thing there. But yeah, loving it. How about that? All the left hand side is done. got the battery on the tender. So it's starting to look like a regular Red Rock, minus the trunk and seat. And if you get on this side, minus the left-hand bag and stuff. So some peg pieces, that bracket assembly, all that gets replaced. All the ACS sensor and other whiz-bangy doo-wahs are hanging around in there. Get all that done tomorrow. It's just putting new pieces on it now. There's not enough time that I would get this thing done. Yeah, I would run out of time. Have stuff scattered everywhere and panicking. But very nice. Like how all that came out. Really, really nice, clean. The putting the right-hand bracket with the master cylinder and all that stuff, it just went together. No fight, no fuss, no muss. The muffler did fight me a little bit, but it's no big deal. It's just getting things aligned up. It's just the right sequence of loosening certain parts, and usually they just literally go right on. But yeah, she's a fighter. It's no big deal. Just part of the JOB. So there's a new bag, new bracket, and then I don't want to get you too close. There's names hanging out in here. But these are all the pieces to the bag and foot pegs and stuff. I think I went through that one day, but that's all the pieces for that. And we're good. Gotta change the tumbler over from his old bag to the new bag, and it's just it looks like it comes out really easy. But anyway, with my little fleet of Spyders out there, I've got like 3 Riker 900s out there. That's kind of cool. There's some new rallies that they did, I think, in January. Anyway, those I feel like I definitely accomplished some stuff, and I'm just surprised how much of not a fight this thing was. I mean, literally the only thing that was a pain in the butt was the muffler, and putting that bracket on, getting the bolts to go in for that master cylinder has always just been a nightmare with Spyders. Man, I mean, the crazy arrangement of tools and swivels and the things we've come up with over the years doing that, because people would come in and on the old Spyders, they'd buy the chrome foot peg kit. So the whole, you gotta look at an older Spyder, like that whole thing was chrome, and some of the chrome you had to make sure you chase the bolts, especially for the master cylinder and where the upper lateral support bolts to it, because sometimes the chrome got in those threads, and man, you start a bolt in a chrome hole into it's like the nut. It actually goes into the casing. You thread into that, and there's some chrome in there. Whatever you're driving in there belongs to it now. Yamaha years ago with the old Silverado kits, they were all chrome, and they got chrome in the threads. They didn't make sure they were clean. Man, if you didn't pay attention, because all their bolts were really nice stainless steel. They were really nice, but for whatever reason, they use 5mm Allens. You can strip one of those things in a heartbeat. It's like the F3s with the, adjusting the foot pegs on the lower lateral support. They can move them forward and back. Man, if you don't heat that Loctite up, why, DRP, would you put a 5mm of all things in an Allen? And man, I don't know how many people brought those things in, and how many, like a sales guy, oh, that's super simple, I can do it myself. It should be simple. But you need to know about Loctite. You need to heat that up. Well, they reach underneath there and, probably got some wore out old Allen from some cheap toolkit up there, and boy, they round them out. Now they're down here with me, drilling them out. Stainless steel bolts, they don't drill really easy either. ARP uses really good quality. But they're still to this day, they're 5mm Allens. You know, at least make them, 6 or 8, or well, it could be 8 for that size bolt, but it'd be a 6. 6, you can get some pretty good bite. And the worst thing is they're those, like this, they're rounded headed ones, and which is nice because it almost works like a washer, and just because of the size of it and stuff. But they don't have a lot of strength, and the hole, the 5mm hole's not very deep. You need to have a sharp 5mm Allen, heat the Loctite up, and slowly take that thing out. Craziness. Anyway, wow. I was not leaving here till I got at least that right side done, because that wasn't any part of the crash other than the subframe holds the right hand bag, and that's about it. But I just want to walk away this evening looking like something is majorly accomplished. Anyway, I got lots of tools. Lord help me. And almost everything's got a different drawer. The ratchets, for some reason, I keep in the screwdriver drawer. Wrenches have their own drawer. The sockets and some of these only the Cornwell ones go in the screwdriver drawer. Because it was like this thing, I was keeping all my Cornwell stuff together, I had some kind of weird theory going on there. And all these where's the snap-on? Yeah, those all go up top with the sockets and extensions and stuff. Alright, I'm at the point of babbling. Man, that if I could just change the tint, watch blue white balance, much better. Blue, better. Just enough glow. What lens are you? You're this one. Just enough of that blue comes through that window to mess up my white balance. Well, hello there. That was a very nice ride.
Was.
Nice sunsets. It's just going, well, you can kind of see, looking through the windows there, you can see that there's still twilight out there.
It's not black out there.
No, what's crazy is, come over the rest area hill. I always call it rest area. I think it's called the Toledo. What is it called? Whatever it is. Tula River rest area or something like that. Come over, start heading down the other hill, heading towards Toledo, and everything's wet.
Some road cloud wind.
Stopped, got gas, and it looked like it just literally, like almost standing water still. We were going, it's not even a cloud around here. Little ones, but it's been a rogue one that floated over and went. But anywho, I think on that, we'll call it a wrap.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same Smoak time, same Smoak channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. You guys have a wonderful Thursday or Friday.
Thank you. Appreciate you hanging around, listening to me rattle on about a Canyon Red Rock and spiders and spiders with Goldwing engines. All right. See you in the morning.
We'll see you then.
Bye-bye now.